Hello everybody and welcome back for another Pokemon Challenge Run video. Today I'll be seeing if it's possible to beat Pokemon Emerald with just a single Mudkip. The rules. I'm only allowed to use one Mudkip to attack in any battle. I am allowed to use items in battle, but I'll try my best not to. And I am allowed to have other Mons for HMs. We start off our journey in the back of a moving truck, like normal. I name myself KTT, grab my starter, and head out for my journey. After getting a few more levels, we take on May and easily knock out our Trico. With ease. Don't worry though, this Trico will definitely be a problem for us later on down the line. After we head over to Petalburg to talk to our dad, Norman, the 5th gym leader, Wally then teaches us how to catch a Pokemon, as if I probably haven't spent already 1,000 hours plus invested into Pokemon already. We make our way through a Team Rocket Grunt and onto our first real challenge of the video, Roxanne. We easily take her down since we can just spam Water Gun. The only Pokemon that really gave us any trouble though was the Nose Pass, since it somewhat tanked the moves, but eventually we obtained the first gym badge after taking him down. After we defeated another Team Rocket Grunt, we get tasked with delivering a package for Mr. Stone. We started heading down to Petalburg before I get stopped by my rival May for a second battle, which we easily sweep her of course, basically one-shotting everything. Trico was the only somewhat issue, but really wasn't much of a problem. We then talk to the old man whose Wingull, Pico, we saved, who gives us a ride down to Dewford. When there, we travel through the dark caves to find Steven at the end. During the process though, we do find an Everstone, which will make my life 10 times easier now because I'm not going to have to worry about canceling Mudkip from evolving every single level. We eventually find Steven, give him the package, and head back out to take on the second gym leader, Brawly. This is the first fight of the game that took multiple tries to do, so I just kept battling over and over till eventually I end up victorious and acquire the second gym badge. That Makuita definitely put in some good work on us, I'll tell you that much. The old man then takes us to Slateport, where we find Archie and Team Aqua causing a ruckus, so we decide to help the museum and send them on their way packing home. I then continue my journey to the third gym before getting stopped by my rival once again. This is probably the biggest fight I've been dreading the most since starting this run, because that Trico that she has now turned into a Grovyle, which has Absorb. And Absorb is a move that's not only going to be super effective, but it's also going to heal her in the process. After probably 10 plus attempts, we get a little bit of good luck on our side. I'm able to one-shot her Grovyle, and we were able to continue on after defeating her to face the third gym leader, Watson. When we get to the third gym, Wally thinks it's a good idea to try and battle us, but I just demolished his Kirlia in one shot. He didn't even stand a chance. After that, we then move on to take our first attempt against Watson. This is probably the scariest gym for me, since they're all electric type Pokemon and they all have super effective moves on me, and I'm only water type. I don't get the ground type, since you don't get the ground type until he evolves. It doesn't help I actually didn't learn the move that weakens the effectiveness on Mudkip of electric moves. Dumb on me. I kept going attempt after attempt, probably 20 plus attempts in. Eventually I hit level 42, I learn Hydro Pump, and I'm able to easily take him down and earn us our third gym badge. We then get the HM for Rock Smash and make our way towards the next gym. But first, we find Team Magma up to no good on the top of Mount Chimney. So we go up there, put a stop to their nonsense with ease, and I defeat Maxie, causing a full Team Magma retreat. This is probably the easiest fight for me, even easier than the Roxanne fight. This is because I had not only a massive level lead on her, but I also just learned Hydro Pump from beating Watson. With this move, I was practically able to just one-shot all of her Pokemon on the first attempt, not even full HP, to get us the 4th gym badge. Right after that, I traveled back to Petalburg, this time to actually take on my father and the 5th gym leader, Norman. This one took me a few attempts, and that was single-handedly because of his ace, the Slack Off. Although it only attacks once every 2 turns, I still managed to get taken out multiple times by it, but after getting a little bit of good luck, I eventually got our 5th gym badge. After that, I went right next door, grabbed the HM for Surf, traveled through the lands and seas, till I stumbled across Team Aqua once again, causing problems at the Weather Institution this time. I pretty easily take them down and instantly get rid of the gift that was given to me by the researchers, the cast form, and I start getting ready to take on the 6th gym leader, Winona. First, before I do that, my rival, May, decided that she wanted to test me once again in a battle where I easily defeat her, thanks to one-hitting her Grovyle this time, and I head into Fortree to actually take on Winona this time. I take out most of her team pretty easily, but her Altaria, on the other hand, that was a little bit of a problem. It just kept using Dragon Dance over and over and over, and eventually it was able to take me out a couple times before eventually I got lucky, took it down, obtaining the 6th gym badge. After defeating Winona, we head over to Lily Cove and find out that Team Aqua are trying to steal the orbs from the top of Mount Pyre, so we decide to go and try and stop them before they end up getting away. Team Aqua got away with the red orb, and Team Magma got away with the blue orb. We then go back to Mount Chimney and find a secret tunnel leading to a Team Magma hidden base. We travel through the base and find that Maxie has tried to capture Groudon, but used the wrong colored orb and accidentally set him free. He then blames me and battles me out of anger. We pretty easily beat him and leave and head back to Lily Cove City and find that Team Aqua hideout. In the hideout, we end up finding a Master Ball, which we yoink of course, and find Archie next to the submarine he just stole from Slateport. We defeat him, and then he retreats back into the submarine and out of the hideout. The Whalmer blocking our path to Moss Deep all flee, so we head over there and take on the 7th gym leaders, Tate and Liza. This was one of the hardest battles for me in the whole game since it's a double battle. I set the rule that I can't use any other Pokemon's attacking moves, so I just threw Pokeballs at them to waste my second Pokemon's move, and I just kept using Surf to hit as many targets as I can at once. Eventually, after many attempts, I eventually defeated Tate and Liza and earned the 7th gym badge. After leaving the gym, I noticed Team Magma attacking the Space Center and go to stop them. Inside I find Steven, who I team up with to stop Team Magma and kick them out of there. Steven gives me Dive, the HM, as a thank you gift, and I use it to chase after Team Aqua in the depths of the ocean. I eventually find an underwater cave that Team Aqua are taking over, and at the bottom, Archie is trying to use the red orb to capture Kyogre. He tries to get rid of me by beating me in a battle, but his team was no match for my little Mudkip Kippy. He still tries to use the Orbo Kyogre anyways, and it fails and Kyogre fled. Archie and Maxie come together and finally see what damage they've caused by releasing these 2 legendary monsters. That's when Wallace, the champion of the Hoenn region, tells me about a way to stop it. A third legendary monster that will stop all of... A third legendary monster that will stop all of this on Sky Pillar. So I travel up to the top and find Rayquaza. I wake him, he realizes what's happening, and he puts a stop to it once and for all. After saving the world, we continue our journey to take on the 8th and final gym leader Quan. He has all water-type Pokemon, so neither of us really did much to one another. His Kingdra, though, did put up a little bit of a fight, and even kicked me down once or twice, but eventually, I came out on top and won our 8th gym badge. I felt like one piece to my one-man army was missing. The box legendary Rayquaza himself. So I went back up Sky Pillar, I Master Balled him, just to put him in the PC. Now I was actually ready to travel through Victory Road and take on the Elite Four. Before I had the chance to make it very far, Wally stopped me for one final battle. This time, instead of just one Ralts, he actually came prepared with a full squad. This time was definitely a challenge, and I thought I might actually not even be able to win this run because of it. That's when I came up with a new strategy. This move allowed me to take down his Roserade and allowed me to defeat Wally for one last time and move on to the Elite Four. Before I went in, I made sure to stock up on any supplies that I would need. After that, I went to take on the first Elite Four member, Sydney. I tried taking him on 10 or more times, gaining about 6 levels in the process, and made no progress. That's when I decided to try and figure out a new strategy. The main problem is that I'm getting intimidated and having my physical damage halved, and there's multiple grass-type Pokemon on Sydney's team. I looked up Mudkip's Learn Set and noticed that he can learn a couple good moves, and one of these moves is Ice Beam. I took a quick trip back to Slateport and traveled to the abandoned ship. In the ship, I found the storage key and grabbed the Ice Beam TM. I taught it to Kippy. Let's see what he could do with this type of damage now against Sydney. Just like that, I one-shot his Mightyena, Shiftry, Cacturne, and two-shot his Crawdon and Absol, taking down the first Elite Four member. Next up is Phoebe, the Ghost-type trainer. I'm able to one-shot her Dusclops and Banette, two-shot the other two, and quickly take out the Sableye, defeating the second Elite Four member with ease. Getting ready to take on Glacia, I saw that she had all Water-type and Ice-type Pokemon. This is a major issue, because my two best moves are Ice Beam and Surf, Ice and Water-type moves. Instead of over-leveling even more and trying again, I decided to use potions during this battle to keep me alive and allow me to slowly chip away at her Celios, Glalie, and her ace, Walrein, which was the harder to knock out. Eventually, I do knock out all 5 and defeat the third Elite Four member. The fourth Elite Four member, Drake, shouldn't be all that hard to beat since he has all Dragon types and I have Ice Beam. I usually take out a Shelgon, Flagon, Altaria, Salamence, but I do have some troubles taking out the Kingdra, just like I did against Juan. I'm able to muscle over him and eventually take him out and defeat the final Elite Four member before the champion Wallace. Wallace took over as champion for Steven from Ruby and Sapphire and has a more water-type heavy team, which is kind of a big problem for me. There isn't much I can do to counter water types. I attempted this fight many times before I decided to slowly level up more and more, and kept attempting to fight at 75, then 80, then 84, then 88, then 92, then 96, but eventually I just completely maxed out my level at 100. The only reason I have to do this is because of Milotic spamming Toxic and Recover. The Wailord, Tentacruel, Ludicolo, Gyarados, and Wishcash were not as much of an issue taking out, but I couldn't do enough damage each hit to take Milotic down at a lower level. Eventually though, with a little bit of paralyzed luck, I ended up taking out Milotic, along with the other 5, and defeating Wallace, making me the new champion of the Hoenn region. Well, I guess that answers the question on if you can beat Pokemon Emerald with just one Mudkip. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed and made it this far, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you have any other challenge runs you want to see me attempt in the future, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Thank you.